fellow teacher, laureate of education, dear parents, the parents. I hope all the prize winners in Ouagadougou are having a great stay. So we thank God for that. And most importantly, paying homage by sending FDS. And we see VDP. Thanks to whom this ceremony is possible this morning, with a theme that speaks to us all. But before I continue, I'd like us to take a minute to pray for the repose of our comrades who devastated us. Thank you. Congratulations on your courage, self-sacrifice, and resilience. Because in the face of the security situation the country has been experiencing for several years now, you are among the most resilient players in our nation. The most remote areas, under terrorist control. We receive reports.
Greetings everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamle and you are very welcome. My returning subscribers, new ones, those who are passing by, God bless you all. As you can tell, this video is about President Ibrahim. There was a ceremony held for students that has passed, graduate, and he took the opportunity to advise them, advise the teachers and parents as well. I will not talk too much in this video. Please, let's listen to more and I'll be back because I have taken a lot of keywords from this speech and I hope you will like it as well. See you.
From our fighters who tell us that very often the only state actors they encounter in these areas are either teachers or, very often, health workers. Thank you for your resilience and fighting spirit. The role of the teacher is a priesthood. The teacher's role is complex. You may not realize it, but I'm going to tell you why, and give you some new assignments. Your role as a teacher is very complex, in that you have to pass on knowledge to the young. Teach. Remember that a nation that fails to educate its youngest citizens is doomed to extinction. Such a nation will never know peace. Your role is very complex, because in addition to giving knowledge, you have to educate the children. You have to be their parents, you have to teach them good manners, what's right and what's wrong. You'll have to instill the values of our society. Through the Minister of Education, I wanted you to come and see the museum to learn about our cultural values. It's very important for you. And we have values on which Burkina is based, values of integrity, values of honesty. You'll need to instill these values in the young people you're mentoring, as you're also becoming their parents. I'd like to see patriotic values instilled in the younger generation. Today, our nation is facing up to this challenge. To unprecedented challenges. And to win, we need patriots. And to have these citizens, these patriots, the role now falls to you. Train pioneers.
Yes, as he was saying, advising the teachers about what to do and what not to do. He's counting on them to train or bring out our future children. It is important. I'm sure you listening, you are thinking about how your teachers treated you when you were young or when you were at school. Whatever they do has effect on you. For me, I have experienced a lot and I can never forget that. So that was what is going on in my mind. The most important thing is telling the teachers that the children, some of them has come out of bad background because of what is going on in the country. They might experience things that children are not supposed to experience. They should look after them properly. They should become psychologists and nurture these children. So when they grow now, they will be good citizens. He used some words that this war is imposed on Africa. So the children know nothing when they grown up. What they know is war. And when you look at some countries, this is what is going on, war after war, rebels after rebels, because that is what they know. He want them to quench that fire, that there's no hope, and the only hope is rebels. They should quench that fire and tell them there is life everywhere. So they should learn something good. They should look after the future. The future is bright and he promised a lot of things. Please listen and I'll be back. Thank you so much for
War.
your time.
The main aim of this war is to ensure that for generations and generations to come, our nations will never be able to build themselves. They want to ensure that these children grow up in a climate of shooters. That they don't know right from wrong. And only you to play with. These chicologs can help them distinguish between right and wrong, so that they can be good citizens. Because for them, if children grow up in such a climate, we have several generations who will never be able to make peace, who will kill each other because the rule for them will be war. Look at some African nations that have never known peace for decades. That's what they did. And make sure that in Burkina Faso, we are not in this situation. The future of our nation rests in your hands, and I urge you to take this mission in hand and transform our future, our society, so that tomorrow we have citizens worthy of the name. And you promise me that you will. Thank you. So, dear student, congratulations on a job well done under difficult conditions, but you've managed to make the most of the day. You are motivating your fellow students to be there next year in your place. It's a healthy emulation that you're instilling in your comrades, and we wish them the same. Good luck and lots of courage to you all. Be worthy Burkinabés. For those who have experienced the effects of this barbarism, make the effort to stand by your comrades and show solidarity. Those who haven't experienced these situations should be the ones to advise others, to help them have fun and forget about them. Make sure that you show solidarity, that you are honest Burkinabe, that you are men of value. Respect your parents and your elders, and work as hard as you can. Respect parents because you have to help them too. We often talk about certain texts that prohibit child labor. That's fine, but I can tell you that our society is built on values, and within those values, you have to do a minimum of work for parents. I washed my mother's pots. I plundered for her. I married for her. I sold donuts despite classmates' laughter. Won't stop me from being top of my class. Didn't stop me from being who I am. Help your parents. Help them with their chores, especially during the vacations. Learn to work. Learn to do something with your 10 fingers, it will help you. Keep your school environment clean. Your classrooms and the environment around you should always be clean. Plant as many trees as you can, and your teachers will help you to learn the basics of agricultural production, especially vegetable gardening. Awaken within you. C'est Burkin révélé en vous cet amour pour la patrie. You can and must lead all your comrades in solidarity to be very good citizens. And I'm counting on you to be the driving force behind the excellence of your fellow students. And as for you, sponsors and members of the government, we have a mission. A mission to mentor and support these young people. I can tell you that when we bring the fever down, and therefore the beer, and bring our military spending under control, we'll have to invest heavily in certain areas. We've stratified the areas.
Yes, I like when he told them about his life when he was young. He used to help his mom selling donuts and things like that, cooking pot, cleaning, pounding fufu, and a lot of things he was doing to help at home. And some of his friends were laughing at him, but he ended up getting good grades. I'm sure some of you has heard that story before. It's on the channel that he talked to the students, advise them to be good citizens, also respect elderly people, their parents, they should respect them, and they should look after him because after all he been through it, he's done it, but he's our leader now. Who knows, maybe in future they can also be leaders. He won't go to citizens. If you have good citizens in your country, the future is bright. They should respect and also obey the laws. All included is good citizenship, and that's what he want all of us across the globe in Africa to be doing. He want to quench that fire that Africa is poor, there's nothing good coming out of Africa. He want the children to know that yes, life is good. It's not all about those things. He want to change everything, help them with money, in the education system, health system, but the first priority, as he always says, is security. And they have to spend a lot on the army as well. He thanks the army for protecting the schools. He will do more to help them. It is great. Also talk about going to the museum. I have another video coming about that. Some of the students went to the museums to learn a lot of
Luck and
things.
lots of courage to you all. Be worthy Burkinabés. For those who have experienced the effects of this barbarism, make the effort to stand by your comrades and show solidarity. Those who haven't experienced these situations should be the ones to advise others, to help them have fun and forget about them. Make sure that you show solidarity, that you are honest Burkinabe, that you are men of value. Respect your parents and your elders, and work as hard as you can. Respect parents because you have to help them too. We often talk about certain texts that prohibit child labor. That's fine, but I can tell you that our society is built on values, and within those values, you have to do a minimum of work for parents. I washed my mother's pots. I plundered for her. I married for her. I sold donuts despite classmates' laughter. Won't stop me from being top of my class. Didn't stop me from being who I am. Help your parents. Help them with their chores, especially during the vacations. Learn to work. Learn to do something with your 10 fingers, it will help you. Keep your school environment clean. Your classrooms and the environment around you should always be clean. Plant as many trees as you can, and your teachers will help you to learn the basics of agricultural production, especially vegetable gardening. Awaken within you. C'est Burkin révélé en vous cet amour pour la patrie. You can and must lead all your comrades in solidarity to be very good citizens.
He also went on to say that a lot of times those who are good in education, in the name of scholarship, they take them out of the continent and they use them outside the continent. And so they are not going to do that anymore. If you are brilliant, they will keep you in the country. They will use you in the country, and you need to serve your country, because we cannot continue that way by giving our best out of the continent. I'm sure you have learned one or two things out of this video, because I have. The advice for the teachers, for the students, for mothers, for fathers, I've learned a lot. This is how he's trying to build the next generation of Africa, which is brilliant. Because if you've grown up and your parents are telling you, you are not good, you are not, you cannot be the best, you are nasty, you are dirty, you are this, you are that, that's what you become. But if you have a leader that encourage you, you have a leader that believes in you, you have a leader that is there for you, that you can look up to, a humble leader, a leader who is not corrupt. Because if he or she is corrupt, then you will also learn those ways. What he's trying to do is, each and every one, we all have responsibilities. And as teachers, they have more responsibilities than any other person or people, because they have to bring out our next generations. And it should be positivity and non-negativity at all costs. Thank you, families, for your time. I really appreciate you all. Please share your opinion under the comment section. As always, we learn from each other. I'm under the weather, so please take me as I am today. And next time we'll be back with another video. God bless you all. If you are new here, please kindly subscribe to support this channel. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Set up these elite schools so that these brains don't end up on the outside. Because for a long time, imperialists have always drawn their brains here through scholarships, or when they're angry, they don't come back to the country. I don't want these brains that are here to end up outside and not serving our country. Make these initiatives work so that we can set up the polytechnic and technological universities we need, so that these children can express all their talent and work for the benefit of our country. And finally, we're going to be a defense and security force, or a volunteer for the defense of the homeland. I'm going to thank them again. and pay tribute to them here, because thanks to them we're able to open these schools, to study and to enjoy these days of excellence. Thanks to them, Burkina Faso can stand on its own 2 feet, and we can only thank them through these 2 FDS who were the recipients. From the decorations, you'll see their effort this year.